Welcome viewers. This is Decoding the Process on Wema TV. We are glad you've been following up and we are doing well. This is where we simplify the relationship journey. We can put things in order. We take you from one stage to another. And together with my panelists, I want to give them an opportunity to also introduce themselves. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Prince. I am Martha and I am so glad to be back again. We're going to discuss more today and I hope you're ready to hear from us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Martha and Prince, for this wonderful day, and also our viewers watching us pale nje. We're happy that you're still with us in this journey. We started well, we are still decoding and still decoding. We are waiting to hear your views and comments on the same. And today I'm privileged to be on this seat enjoying the show too. Yeah. Asante.
Karibu sana.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's great. We are doing well, and we want to, as we say, that we are taking you through different stages, through different processes. As we say, this is where we simplify the relationship journey. We are taking you in every step. We are doing it healthy and godly.
Yes, and raw.
Yeah.
And raw.
And real.
And real.
The R's.
The R's.
Yeah.
So today we are taking a dating in social media. That we want to look at it. Is it genuine? Does it take place? Is it happening? So we want to take our dating now that this is the digital era. How we should go about it. You know, is it necessary? Is it happening? Mtu anaweza pata mtu FB na akuwe mtu wake. You know, that's where we are today.
True.
And I think Mother will be doing an introduction on the same as we move on, as we get on. Is it real? Is it happening? Should we do it? Is it godly? Is it healthy?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
All right. So we delve into this quite deep. It's a very, very important topic because our era nowadays is bound to social media. So much about social media. We are all into the mobile phones. We are all into Instagram, Twitter. I don't even know all those things. I think there's a lot to do with social media. Our life can be fully there. Yes. Even businesses are beginning to, you know, to go that direction. Like social media is becoming the whole life. So we want to look into a few of the things. Like, is it safe to actually have to find a mate there and even find a very good mate as much as you can find on a physical space? And again, what are the steps? Because again, it is a very new space for us, and we really want to know how to safely date on the social media and be able to come out safe and sound with a very healthy and stable relationship. So I will come up with the first question, which I will ask: is dating in the social media a safe space? Then we can be able to go towards how do we date in the social media. Yes. So
I think I would respond to that. That dating in social media is it's safe and is not safe. So it will depend with how you are going to go about it. If you're not careful with how you'll do it, then it may not be safe for you. So actually it is important that you understand how to go about it. That is, how to go about it is more important than how you're going to do it in social media. Because if you're not careful on how you are going to do it, then you are likely to mess up. Because there are so many people that are out there for so many other things on social media.
Sure. Yes,
Okay.
Edu, what do you think?
Yeah, for me, my thinking will still point out the same. It's okay, because that's where the generation of today, that's where we are. People are there. That one thing I say about social media is like a village. The whole world has become a village whereby we can express our sentimentals, we can express our emotions through there, and today's generation can perceive that. That's an advantage of that. But at the same time, it's still, or rather I would say it has its own negative, because in everything there is positive and negative. So it's up to you to decide, is it the positive, the positives are they way more than the negatives? So it's up to our viewers, our listeners, those who are using those particular platforms. And when we say social media, there are two different things here. There is the dating platforms and there are the social media. There is social media dating, and there's the dating platform that has been specifically customized and maybe programmed just for dating purposes only. It's just like real time, but una date maybe mtu kwa majuu, wewe uko huku yu pande ingine machini, so unaona hizo mbili hazipelekani at a point in one way or another. So what I was basically saying, I was talking to a friend about this particular topic today, and she was telling me that today's generation, they don't even know what it means to be in a real relationship. I asked her why. She told me that's why, because if you don't post my picture or your crush's picture or your spouse or your partner's picture on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever it is, there will be questions. Is this relationship still on? Why didn't he pick up my phone? Why didn't he reply my message? You see, why didn't he respond on WhatsApp? You see, all these are social medias, but we tend to be so attached to them. And at one point or another, you'll ask yourself, anasema phone yake ilikuwa off ama hakuwa na phone, but I basically know right now we are holding our phones. Then how will you tell me that you didn't have your phone?
Pengine ilikuwa kwa flight mode.
Kama venye wanakuanga mapilots wale kwa flight mode. So you don't know how it is. And also when I text you that I love you, or rather I'm conveying emotional message to you, you may not know how my tone was or how I was when texting that. So for me, I still advocate real time dating. The old traditional, my friend, tangible, quantitative, adorable, amazing, lovely. You know, I will see your expressions. Kama ni kama unaona siku hizi kuna hiki kitu inaitwa ghosting social media. Una ghost msee, your relationship imesha hivyo. So imagine me and mother, for example, we go for dinner or date, then all of a sudden as we are talking with mother, I just stand and leave. That is not good etiquette. But you see, ghosting is still the same thing.
And people have done that.
They say, this is how to ghostiana, ayo mapenzi kaenda ikiendanga, you know. So social media is good, and at the same time, not good. So you just have to be a wise person. I mean, one thing I can say about our generations today, you know, there's a time we were talking about our personality types and all that, but our generation today, they have invested much time kwa social media, man. Yani kwa status ndio una post kama umeachana na Brayo kwenda huko sijui nini na nini yazi you are posting it there. Come on, don't expose yourself. Unaenda pale umepost sijui watu wengine wajifanyanga sijui. So as we are looking at kwanza mimi kuna status za few people naangalianga in the family, I'm like, okay, kwani kalinuka, you know, because you are reading it, I can tell. So you publicize your relationship out there, which is not good for me. So I think to add on that, basically social media is like money. Like it depends with the attitude you approach with it and the wisdom you come with on board. Because money, the way we say, is not evil, but our attitude towards it creates whatever profit or loss it will bring to you. So Facebook, or rather every other dating platform, Instagram, you know, Meet Me, all those things, they are there, but it depends. Are you wise enough to sail through? However, I just say, as much as social media can be a place to meet, it might not be the place to date. You can meet someone on that place, and then you now have to progress to now the physical relationship. Because you can't tell me you have been dating somebody you've never met for 2 years. You can't tell me that one is now to the extreme. Rather, we can say you've met somebody there and now you're pursuing the relationship on another level. So social media in itself can be a place to meet. That's why it's called social media, because it is a place for you to have some social connections and networks. And then from there, you choose how far to go with a certain person, whether to be a friend, whether to be your intimate partner, or to even be your life partner. So that is the dimension I want us to now take. Now, as Prince can delve in and tell us, what are the steps towards now, if you want to, probably you feel you normally don't have a good schedule to allow you to have a social physical relationship. Maybe you're always very busy, work, home, and then you only have one day off, you know, it might be very cumbersome for you. So you might find social media is the option to explore your networks. So kindly take us through some of the processes we need to be able to have a successful relationship in the end.
Okay, that is nice and good. And as I said that what is more important on social media is to understand that whatever you are going to do when you are involved in all these platforms is what is going to determine how far you will go, whether you want in a relationship, whether you are out there, you want in a friend or something. But in this age, in this era, we cannot ignore what is happening in the social media, because that is where everybody is, where the young people are, where people can engage. Number one, I want us to know that the people that are on social media, we have good people.
Yes.
Not all of everybody is spoiled. So that means that you can get a good person on social media. So the people that you are getting involved with, get in there with an open mind.
I cut you short. When we say social media, you know, someone is like, this term is so big. So can we break down the social media to what are these social media, maybe apps or applications that we are talking about? Because okay, is social media mnaongelea, is it Facebook, is it Instagram, is it Twitter, what is it really? Maybe a number of platforms that maybe our viewers are acquainted with, or rather today's generation that are acquainted with. Yes.
Okay, we have several of them which are very, very common and which the young people are getting into, and some of them that are still coming up. Actually, there are so many. I think more than, we talk of more than 50 of them. But we have some of the common ones. We have the Snapchat, like you said. We talk of the IG, the Instagram. We have so many people over there. We have the Facebook that carries, I think, is one of that is one of the platforms that takes one of the biggest percentage.
But I tend to think when it comes to Facebook, Facebook is the old generation.
Is for the
old, the generation new, the generation J then generation is the Instagram.
They're more into Instagram. Basically, I'm talking about the population, the numbers. The numbers. The Instagram is still, in terms of numbers, is still not to those levels. And then secondly, the Facebook, because of the age and when it was started, and it has a bigger, even in terms of growth and the information and the details. You know, they have even gotten to so many in terms of technology. It has grown more than. But now with the new generation, that is rather not even with the new generation, with the young generation, they are more into the Instagram. But now Facebook is more advanced in terms of technology. We still have even others like the WhatsApp, TikTok.
So I think it's basically anywhere somebody is able to get interaction with people out of themselves.
Exactly.
And especially where you are even seeking more of, especially come on, all these places you realize there is the follower attitude. I need more friends, more followers, more, as in more, appreciation and acceptation, all those things. Like anything that is beyond yourself. Basically is a social media platform. Anything, even LinkedIn is social media. You know, all those things, they are social media, only that they serve different purposes.
So I think that is good and a nice clarification on the same. What I would wish to say also, what we need to consider most when we are doing this, whichever social media platform you're going to get involved in, is that you can find true love in social media. You can find true love. That means that when I feel that I need to be in a relationship, I want to date, you can find a good person in social media platforms. And what now should be considered most, or some of the things that you need to get into, which are very, very important that you should not ignore, is that you need to be very cautious. When you talk about being very cautious, is that the people that you are getting involved in, know that this is not a person that you know. This is a person that you are interacting with through the social media. And by talking about being cautious, is that make sure, number one, check the kind of the name that this person is using. When you talk about the name, it is important. For example, when you have started interacting with the person, check the using. Kuna majina mengine
majina ziko huko nje bwana.
Kama mtu anajiita Tiangas, unaona? Anajiita
utalia kwa hiyo nyumba.
The Tiangas communication. Unapata mwingine anajiita Bullet. Unaona? Those kind of names,
rubber bullet. Tagnaps Tagwaska. Majina yana atazitamki bwana. Za Kirasia. Kenya huko Dondoni.
Yeah, for sure.
So please check on the name. So the moment you start interacting with the person, make sure get their real details. When you talk of getting, kama anajiita Tiangas, unjue kwanza this one number one. This one is a red flag.
Yes.
That when they give you their real names, muulize kwa sababu kuna mtu anaitwa Tiangas kama Bullet and those other funny names. Get to know their real names. Muulize wewe unaitwa nani. You see, once you get their real names, now as you are, when you are referring to them, make sure you use this kind of a name. And then a chat. I talk of a chat comprehensively. When talking about chatting comprehensively, is engaging this person into details. Get to know this person in details. Si mtu unajua, but make sure muulize unaishi wapi. Sio makosa. You know, it's not an interview. You're not interrogating them, but get some details from this person. Try to engage them on mahali anaishi, anafanya kazi gani,
social, you know, in a social level, because there's a way you can approach me on social media. Unaitwa nani, unaishi wapi, wewe ni nani? I using, I'm like, who are you?
That's what I'm saying. You start by just general chatting, being wise, and general chatting. Ndio nasema when you engaging them, usiengage ni kama interview. Unauliza haka kaswali, mnatoka mnaingia to some other things, then mnatoka mnaingia into some other areas. Then the other thing I talk about is check the network of this person. And on social media, how you can be able to tell the network of a person is by first identifying the people they are associating with. Who do you tag? Kama sasa when I get to your wall, when I get to your page, I can be able to tell the kind of people you interact with. Who tags you? Unaona? Then yule mtu ninafuata na yeye ni mtu wa aina gani? Unaona? Which are the groups you are involved in? I'm studying your network.
Is it the orange?
Inakusoma. Because in fact it is very on social media it's very dangerous to meet a stranger. And it is most people meet strangers when you unajua umekimbia sana. You have not taken time to study. So I talk of get into the network of this person. Muangalie unaona who tags them. And then ingia kule nyuma kwake. What have they been posting? Na ukipata mtu ana historia, that is a serious red flag. Ukiona mtu atiameanza kupost last year, hakuna mtu amejoin. Somebody who is 25 years, is 22 years, is 23 years. Hawezi kuwa ameingia Facebook at last year.
Join your wakati.
So
I'm not accounting.
The things they have been posting, all through you are trying to establish where this person goes, anaendaga wapi, what do they post, do they interact with, you know, what are they doing, where are they, you know, up to date. Get the details of this person. Anaendaga wapi, unaona, where do they go, ana tag nini, pengine most of the things 70% of vitu zenye ametag ni clubs. So that tells you ni mtu wa club. Unaona? Vitu mingi ametag ni maharusi. Huyu ni mtu ako na vision. So amejaribu kuwa tent. So anaweza kuwa is ready for to be involved. So we shall talk about try to get some information about the person. And then we shall talk of still on the same when you have gotten some good network of this person, share the phone number. Don't rush to getting them to giving them your number. You can request them umwambie see we can also talk. It is important. You know you are just chatting, you want to hear the voice. So itisha namba. Na ukitisha namba sasa hapo ndio tunasemanga sasa uko tayari kujua the real sura ile yenye haina makeup. On this now you can Skype on this you can video call, you can video call and make sure you do it at your convenience. Usimsukume, usimlazimishe, umwambie nitakupigia na pengine analanga na mbuzi. Ndio nikupigie saa 2 ya usiku. na yeye bado hajafika pengine kwa kukaa mahali presentable place. So unapata that do it at your convenience. Muulize what time can I video call you. Ningetaka hata mimi nione tuonane. So now before you plan of meeting this person, at least you have an idea of the kind of a person. And what nasema, when you start interacting, try to provoke them. When you talking over trying to provoke them, jaribu kumuongelesha kitu yenye itamfurahisha uone vile atareact. Unajua unaweza kukutana na mtu mwenye hujui vile ana react. So ile siku ufanye kitu na hiyo sasa ikuwe sasa umeharibu kabla ya nini ya kufanya maneno. So you should talk over, make sure now once you get your numbers, try to engage them. And then don't get into the now we're talking over the kind of the person that you are talking with there. Don't plan on meeting now at their convenience. What ikuwe ndio utapanga. Ndio utapanga. So when you're discussing, tell them that okay, I was requesting if we can get it from them that if you can meet. So wakati mnapanga kukutana, wewe ikuwe ndio unachagua the venue. The person that will choose the venue.
Who is who here, like?
Now in this case, we are talking of a man and a woman. So if it is the lady now that has been trying to look on to this guy or the kind of person, let them propose. Aseme, I will propose tukutane mahali fulani, and then kama ni mwanaume sasa anafuata huyu mtu then let the guy propose. So it is
also the one who began,
the one who initiated the thread.
One initiated so that now you can feel comfortable. Then we talk over ukipanga kukutana, don't meet that person for the first time ukiwa peke yako. Make sure unatembea na friend. Wewe usimwambie nitakuja na nini.
Hakuna wakati alikuwa I remember there's a time the social media was so dangerous such a way that people used to hide their real face and their real them. So you come into mzee anatumia a very young person or a pretty lady whereas she's a very elderly woman. So when you plan to meet them, unasikia unampigia simu. Unajua ile design ya kupiga simu hivi unangoja nani atapiki hiyo simu. Ona kama shojora amechukua simu. Na mzee uko wapi? Niko hapa na kuona.
But you know, before you get there, you will have known, because we are talking about somebody who you have been conversing with, you have been Skyping with, video calling, either of those options. But before if somebody really hides their personality, then don't even proceed to the next level of meeting them. Of course, it is very questionable, because social media people can impersonate. There are very many tricksters outside there who know that social media is a place to actually find prey. So what we are just trying to say is, for me, I'd suggest meet in a very public place. Hata si lazima ikuwe restaurant. Even if you will go to, for instance, in Kenya, go to Apple Archives, if it is for the very first time, and then you are even sure, and then even now proceed to the hotel. Because sometimes it might be very cumbersome. If somebody is a real person, and then you come with another person, it might be another, it might even be a deal breaker for that person. So probably if you feel you need to be protected, maybe drop your location pin to anyone who is very close to you, and then let them be very near to you, and then make sure wherever you are meeting, don't make a mistake of going to their place. Don't make a mistake of going to places that are very enclosed. Go to a very public place that you know, however or whoever the person is, they cannot even provoke anything until, because they're in a public place. Now until you get to know that person and you can trust them to even walk out of the restaurant with them, and now go and take a walk until they escort you to where they need you to go. So it's just important to be very wise, because and very discerning, because people out here are very, they are the best people, and we can find the worst again in the same platform. So I think so far so good. Anything else to add?
On the steps.
As she said about discerning, that's why we need to be very careful. At least you can even pray about it. Don't rush. Then meet with a person when you feel that I feel we can cope. Usibahatishe isikuwa sasa I've decided to meet a person but I'm not interested. Meet a person that you feel there is something that you can you can grow together, there is something that you can share. But if there are no, hakuna kitu inakufurahisha kwake, hata unitisha picha, hata unaangalia unashindwa hizi sasa
is not attractive.
So if the person is attractive to you, and then you feel in your spirit, the sixth and the wanaume tuko na mpaka 7th mpaka 7th sense unasikia inakwambia mtu usikutane na yeye, uachana nayo.
Inakaa shiki.
Yeah, we all have that inner voice.
Seventh sense inakataa isikize. Because si vizuri kuhatarisha maisha yako and then on a person that you are not sure.
Yes.
So basically what you're trying to say is it is a good place to start over, but it's not a good place to build a foundational relationship before you physically enhance the relationship and get to meet, interact with them, because some people can be very good texters but they're not good physical interactors. You might meet somebody who can text 24/7 and then when you're with them physically, they are on the phone again, as in you need to really interact with them. So as we conclude, I'm being told my time is over. It is important to now get to the next level, because there's the people who are already dating, and how far nowadays social media has been almost has come with relationships. People are overindulging. People don't know the boundaries between how far to expose your relationship, how to really go deep down there, because we still have a life and we still want to be seen, and of course it's a culture within us. So I want us to discuss how far do we go when it comes to social media when you're in a relationship or even married, all those sorts of things, and with your private life and everything. So can delve in.
So I guess one thing I can pause on that is I don't know, but we are here to decode it and maybe talk about it. Maybe when I'm in a relationship, is it wise to be engaged on social media platforms like I'm engaged to X or A and B person? Like I make it public that you can see Prince engaged to in a relationship with. Is it wise? Is it okay to do that on the social media platforms? Meipata meipata. Yes. How is that?
For me, I think it's not wise. You can do it, but it's not wise. Why are we talking about not being wise? Because you have to do it when it's at a point of the commitment level. Some of things we do are repercussions to future issues that will come to us. For instance, I don't need to really change my Facebook status until I'm married. Because will I be changing? I was even feeling like Facebook status should give you a limit to how you should change your status, because ukifikisha 5 you are toxic. It means you're not balancing enough, breaking up 10 times. It will even help you see yourself. So maybe not just for the world, like you'll even ask yourself, wow, I think I've gone too far. So this is what I'm just trying to say. Sometimes for you to even have your own private life, it is important for you to focus on your relationship. The moment you take your relationship to the social media too early, you begin to focus on the social media more than building the relationship. So you find yourself proving a lot out there and forgetting the nitty-gritties of the relationship. So for me, get married, and then when you even change your name, don't even need
get married.
You can even change, and there's no need for you to really post it. Just change it there so that people can really know when they interact with this profile, because anyway you still look good and somebody is attracted to you, they can see you're married. So at least it cuts off the many other people remaining with them, So so I think that's how far we need to go when it comes, especially at the early stages. Refrain from a lot of posting, refrain from a lot of photos.
One thing about the internet never forgets.
Never forget.
I may break up with Joanne, I may break up with a particular lady. Najua sitaulize maswali Joanne ni nani. So a particular lady, maybe I will break up with them, but later on, 5 years later, I didn't get married to that particular lady. I'm married to A. And I was dating Z, you see. So that one as well will affect you even in your dating profile.
And even the fact that you have been telling people I am dating. Now when you break up, do you have to go back telling them now I have broken up? So as in, you see, it's a whole lot of stress you put yourself into. So just learn to have to distinguish between privacy and secrecy. Well, the relationship should not be so secret at some point as well, because again, I want you to be proud of who I am. So let me be able to see how you celebrate me in front of everyone. But again, have the privacy. Let your life be very, very. I don't have to predict.
Yes, like
the way I know everywhere you go.
A particular place or doing this. Or,
this is what she loves. This is what she does.
I'm not your husband, but I know what she loves, what she likes, what's her hobbies. Like I know her what would be the difference
Between,
me and the spouse? You know, so that will be the question, because if I'm to meet with mother, I know she loves ice cream, so I'll take out for ice cream. So unaona, there's me as being the spouse or the person that will get married to in future will not have an adventure with you. Why? Because your life is on the social media platform.
You are so exposed.
You are so exposed.
Yeah. So Prince, what do you have to say as we conclude?
I would wish to say that people just need to be very cautious and very prayerful, and interact with boundaries.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, before we conclude, what I'll just say is that social media is a good place. Just know how to use it. Be wise and choose the best you can. I realized actually social media knows what you love following, and that is the content it will display on your wall. Most of the time, if you really love searching certain pages on Facebook, they know what to predict to quickly show you, because you can't go through all the posts of the whole world. You can't. So they know what to actually bring on board to you. So be very careful when you go to social media. It's important to know that don't just go there very, being naive. You have to be very wise. And then for those who are dating, learn to focus on your relationship. Don't focus on social media. It is very important to have that time with your person and know when to switch off from social media and now focus on what is important. Do not air your dirty laundry out there. We can always tell hapa kuna issue, watu wamekosana, you can always tell when somebody, motivational, we know you post memes, then there's a day you're posting motivational quotes. Anyway, we're not saying that shows that, but we're saying learn to have your private life and know who to involve in that. You can't involve the public. The public will mislead you. Then, of course, don't the fact that we compare ourselves so much with what is happening on social media. Social media is very fake most of the time, because it's a filter to many of the things at our normal lives. That's why you won't find people posting even one post a day. Today I am feeling bad, look at me crying. As in, maybe somebody expresses a genuine issue to be helped, but you'll never see somebody posting a photo of me and my husband fighting.
No.
You won't, but that is real life. That happens. So it is important to know you can't compare your relationship. Even if you're thinking the grass is greener on the other side, water your grass, let it be green inside your house, and work on your relationship. So it is important to note all those things and begin to understand how far to go and how to do social media and dating. So over to you, Edwin, as we conclude.
Wow, that is a wonderful steps, and just talking about social media awareness and dating, that is very key, because it's critical in our generation. When we know that and run with it, we are going to help a generation and our people that are looking up to us. And maybe one thing that I can say is a relationship is not defined by how often it can be seen through the lens of other people, but it's how often or how much you spend quality time together. At times it's just good when you go out for dates or when you meet physically now after the social and all that. Because for me, I'm still the old traditional guy. I want to preserve that sweetness of being tensed when I'm going maybe to the lady's place to ask for her for a date or for a night out. When I mean night out, like we are going out for dinner. Maybe ninaenda kwa, yani kwanza nimeile nimeshtuka, kumbuka ile design ya kutupa mawe ile, it gives you even responsibility. Even the parents and the people around are going to see you and they're going to be accountable. So for us, we really want to encourage people out there that be very careful. Wherever you see good, there is a bad side of it. And as we conclude our today's show, our night show, it cannot end. Time is just but a limiting, but we are going to continue with this conversation on the social media platform where we are going to meet and interact more on the same. But from us, Decoders, Prince, Mother, and I, we just want to say thank you so much for the support and for the subscription and the love and the continued love and commitment you have shown to this particular program, waiting it till this hour and this time, past curfew time, and maybe soon we shall be going live when curfew will no longer be there. So from us, bye-bye till we meet next Tuesday. This has been Wema Online TV on all our social media platforms. Click subscribe. See you again.
Wema TV, the voice of hope.